Welcome, students. I am, our Global English Institute, going to explain you about idioms in English. Idioms are phrases where the meanings differ from the literal words. They make language vibrant and engaging. For example, a piece of cake means something very easy. Understanding idioms will help you use English more naturally and fluently.
Why do we use idioms? Idioms are an essential part of any language. They are phrases or expressions whose meanings cannot be understood from the ordinary meanings of the words in them. Here are the key reasons why we use idioms: expressiveness, color, vividness, imagery. Idioms add color and vividness to our language. They help us paint a more vivid picture in the minds of the listener or reader. For example, instead of saying he is very angry, we might say he's seeing red, which gives a more expressive and colorful image. Cultural significance, cultural background and values. Idioms often reflect the cultural background and values of a society. They can provide insight into the history, customs, and beliefs of a particular group of people. For instance, the idiom "kick the bucket," meaning to die, is tied to historical practices and has a cultural story behind it. Efficiency. Short ideas. Idioms allow us to convey complex ideas or sentiments in a concise way. They enable us to express what we want to say more efficiently and effectively. For example, saying "break the ice" is quicker and more impactful than saying "initiate conversation" to reduce tension. Social interaction, a sign of language proficiency. Using idioms correctly is often seen as a sign of language proficiency. It shows that a person has a good command of the language and understands its nuances. When someone uses idioms appropriately, it indicates they are fluent and comfortable with the language. Creativity. Create a sense of novelty. Idioms can add a touch of creativity to our language. They can make our speech or writing more interesting and engaging by creating a sense of novelty. For example, using "spill the beans" instead of "reveal a secret" adds an element of creativity and intrigue. Idiom. A penny for your thoughts. This idiom is used when you want to ask someone what they are thinking about. It's a way to show that you are interested in knowing their thoughts or feelings. Imagine you see your friend Mina sitting quietly, staring off into space, and she seems lost in her thoughts. You might be curious about what she's thinking. Instead of just asking, "What are you thinking about?" you can use the idiom "a penny for your thoughts" to make it more engaging. Hey Mina, you seem lost in thought. Care to share? A penny for your thoughts? Mina might respond by telling you what she was thinking about, which could lead to a meaningful conversation. Noticing someone is deep in thought. I noticed you're staring into space. What's on your mind? A penny for your thoughts? This shows that you care and are interested in their thoughts, making them feel valued and heard. Actions speak louder than words. This idiom means that what someone does is more important and shows their true intentions more clearly than what they say. It's about the idea that deeds are more significant than spoken promises or statements. Think about a situation where someone talks a lot about how much they care about a cause, but they never actually do anything to support it. Their words alone don't mean much if their actions don't match. However, if someone takes concrete steps to support that cause, their actions demonstrate their true commitment. She always said she cared about the environment, but her decision to start a recycling program at work truly proved that actions speak louder than words. This means that by starting a recycling program, she showed her true commitment to the environment, more than just talking about it. The politician's speeches were eloquent, but it was his efforts to pass meaningful legislation that demonstrated that actions speak louder than words. This indicates that while the politician's speeches were impressive, it was his actual work in passing laws that showed his real dedication to making a difference. Add insult to injury. This idiom means to make a bad situation even worse by adding something negative on top of it. Imagine you've already had a bad day, and then something else happens that makes it even worse. This idiom is used to describe those moments when something unfortunate occurs, and then something else happens that makes you feel even worse. First, I failed my exam, and then my car broke down on the way back. It just added insult to injury. This means that failing the exam was already bad, but the car breaking down made the situation even worse. As if losing the championship wasn't bad enough, the opposing team's fans taunted us afterward, adding insult to injury. Losing the championship was already tough, but being taunted by the opposing fans made the experience even more painful. All ears. This idiom means to listen eagerly or attentively. Imagine you're very interested in what someone has to say, and you are focusing all your attention on listening to them. This idiom is used to describe those moments when you are fully engaged and keen to hear what is being said. Example 1. Tell me all about your new project. I'm all ears and eager to learn. This means that the speaker is very interested in hearing about the new project. They are paying full attention and are keen to learn more about it. Example 2. She was all ears as her grandmother recounted stories from her youth, hanging on to every word with rapt attention. This means that she was very interested in her grandmother's stories and listened very attentively, absorbing every detail. All thumbs. This idiom means to be clumsy or awkward, especially with your hands. Imagine trying to do something that requires dexterity, but feeling as if your fingers are all thumbs, making it difficult to perform the task smoothly. This idiom is used to describe situations where someone is not skilled or is awkward at a particular activity. Example 1. He's great at fixing computers, but ask him to sew a button and suddenly he's all thumbs. This means that while he is very skilled at fixing computers, he becomes very clumsy and awkward when trying to sew a button, indicating that he is not good at sewing. Example 2. Nathu is a fantastic swimmer, but ask her to tie shoelaces and she becomes all thumbs. This means that although Nathu is an excellent swimmer, she struggles with tying shoelaces, becoming clumsy and awkward at it. Example 3. I'm all thumbs with arts and crafts, but my daughter is great at it. This means that the speaker finds arts and crafts challenging and is clumsy when trying to do them, while their daughter is skilled and adept at these activities. Apple of my eye. This idiom means someone who is cherished above all others. Imagine having a deep affection and a special place in your heart for someone or something that brings you immense joy and pride. This idiom is used to describe a person or thing that is treasured and loved dearly. Example 1. Ever since she was born, my daughter has been the apple of my eye, bringing immense joy and pride into my life. This means that the speaker's daughter is deeply cherished and holds a very special place in their heart, bringing great happiness and pride. Example 2. As an avid book lover, the library with its endless shelves of literary treasures is the apple of my eye, a haven I could spend hours exploring. This means that the speaker loves the library very much and finds great joy and satisfaction in spending time there among the books. In these examples, being the apple of my eye shows that someone or something is deeply loved and cherished, holding a special and irreplaceable place in the speaker's heart. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you're finding these idioms both interesting and useful. Stay with us to learn even more fascinating expressions that can enrich your English language skills. If you're enjoying this content, please like and share it with your friends. Your support helps us create more great content for you. Don't forget to ring the bell to stay updated with our latest lessons. By subscribing and ringing the bell, you'll be the first to know when new content is available. Stay tuned, stay curious, and keep learning with us.